In athletics, to gain a clearer view of today, it's helpful to light up the past. Illumination brings into focus the people who form the foundation for our success. We pause to reminisce.
Stanley Alpert.
And in the process, we learn about the character and values needed to create Ram pride. From our past, we learn about determination. Dan Sniff, who wrestled his way to the national championship match in 1954, came from a small high school.
I'd never seen a match till I was in my first one. So we played 5-man football and 4-man basketball.
From our past, we learn about passion.
As a little girl, Becky would be seen playing with a basketball rather than a doll. She was very determined that she was going to succeed, so she'd just spend hours trying to shoot that basket.
From those we honor tonight, we learn about teamwork, heart, and pride. The inductees were involved in different sports. They all played for one team.
Not only did we want to succeed for ourselves, but to succeed for the university, and we just poured our hearts out for CSU, and I'm proud to, honored to be inducted.
This is as close as they've been to the Ram end zone.
Every time you think of Sean Moran of Colorado State football, I always think of that play at Arizona.
Rams showing blitz, here they come, and there's a fumble on the play, and Colorado State picks it up.
All I know is I came flying around the corner, and here comes a pill just hopping into my lap, and I just had to bend over and pick it up and go, and I wasn't about to let anybody catch me.
Sean Moran at the end. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Colorado State. No penalty flag.
May have been the biggest win in CSU's history.
Sean and his teammates shifted the football program into high gear. Besides making the play in 1994, Sean was named first-team All-Conference and honorable mention All-American.
Steps up, Moran's got him at the 16. Sean Moran with a bull rush coming from the left end.
Do you have it in here to each and every day step up and work your tail off and get in the weight room and do the things that you got to do to become a better player? And I think that we all had that.
He got this thing started from that. He had that smile on his face, and when you'd come out to practice, it was practice. When you came to his side, if it was supposed to be a walkthrough or a half-speed drill, he only knew one way, and that's full speed. So those poor kids would come running around there, whack, he was whacking them. They didn't want to go his side. They wanted to go someplace else.
Check the Phillies.
Shelley Foreman says her coach, Brian Bedard, worked as hard as she did to make her a 5-time All-American.
I guess the downfall of recruiting a local athlete is I was on the phone with them at Christmas break and Thanksgiving break saying, when can you meet me in the field house? I want to work out. And he was here.
If she had some more eligibility, I'd sign her again because she's so driven.
The discus thrower earned all-conference honors 7 times, set a conference record, and finished second at the NCAA championships.
Some of the premier track athletes in the nation want to come here for their distance, the throws, whatever. CSU is making a name for itself.
A member of the Sportswomen of Colorado Hall of Fame and voted top conference scholar athlete her senior year, Shelly finds it a humbling honor to be inducted into the Colorado State Hall of Fame.
It's great this year that I'm inducted with one of my teammates in Casey Malone, but also people like Fum McGraw, Wendy Knutson, and some people that I've looked up to for a long time. It's awesome.
Like Sean and Shelly, Stan Alpert credits his personal transformation to hard work and a caring coach.
Coach Williams emphasized the importance of fundamentals. That and the fact that he was so enthusiastic and competitive really helped me and carried over into my life and my career.
He started at point guard his sophomore year and received all conference honors. Stan was the first CSU participant in the prestigious East-West Shrine game his senior year.
We had some pretty good years in basketball. And of course it began with the team played by Stan Alpert. And those guys right there, you know, they got the thing started.
What I learned in basketball, what I learned in school, all contributed to the success that I have today.
Dan Sniff was a wrestler from 1950 to 1955, but more importantly, Dan was a Ram.
We are true diehard Rams. Aggies, I guess, first, because that's what it was when we were here.
His junior year, CSU won the conference championship, and he was the NCAA runner-up. His senior year, he went undefeated till an injury ended his career, but not his love of everything green and gold.
We'd live and die CSU. We missed very few football games, very few.
When CSU's playing and he's in Scottsdale and he can't get it on TV or radio, he'll call me long distance and have me put the phone up against the radio so he can listen and find out how the Rams are doing.
Pretty good protection. Now he's on the run and sacked from behind by Sean Moran. Steve Trammell flushed him out. Moran buried.
If everybody remembers the thumb up, that play that we used to run at CSU, it was a high pick and roll. And really, this is where I learned how to run the pick and roll.
Becky Hammond's career started on her home court in Rapid City, South Dakota. She developed a tenacious attitude, playing against her brother and his friends.
This is my true home court right here. Many a guy has had to walk off and hang his head.
I've been to her house out there, and I've played with those boys out there, and they have no mercy.
It served her well. At Colorado State, Becky was a two-time All-American shooting guard, averaging more than 20 points a game. She was three-time Conference Player of the Year and scored more points than any other player in conference history, male or female.
Just the way she moves and the way she plays, she has to adjust her shot, and that's coming from playing with the big guys, you know, coming up and under or being aggressive or having that tenacity just to finish her shot.
Her freshman year, she made a bold prediction to teammate Katie Cronin.
I'm going to fill this place up. Let's fill it up, Kate. And I was like, oh, I kind of looked at her. You know, and here's this little freshman saying she wants to fill up the stands.
Dreamed, really, since I was a senior in high school, of filling Moby Arena.
Her first year, the Rams won the conference championship and received an invitation to the NCAA tournament. It was just the start of an unbelievable four-year run.
We had fun, and I think the community fell in love with that, was that these girls absolutely care about each other, they love to play basketball, and I think they really caught on to that, and they felt that from us.
Even though today she's a WNBA All-Star playing in a famous arena, Becky holds on to her roots.
We had Moby Gym for the selection committee. We're on national TV. This was really unprecedented stuff that took place. Just to be a part of it and to absolutely just love all my teammates and the coaches that I was able to work with, CSU was absolutely a perfect fit for me.
Casey Malone has plenty of talent. He just needed to be convinced that he belonged among the elite.
My coach, Brian Bedard, recruited me out of high school when I was not even in the top 50 in the country. I don't think there's ever been a day where he hasn't believed in me and believed that I could continue on to that next level.
Hold it. Nice throw. All right.
His coach and a number of world-class training partners who just happened to be teammates pushed him to greatness.
I was able to continue to improve at kind of astounding level. And I attribute a lot of that to the athletes that I was surrounded with, you know, like Matthias and like Shelly. And, the throwing crew here set a very good example for me to kind of follow as a freshman.
After a stellar career at Colorado State, the four-time All-American took his camera on his trip to the 2004 Olympics.
You walk into the stadium and there's just this infinite amount of energy. It feels like you're in the center of the world. It's like the center of the universe.
A lot of competition left. This is American Casey Malone.
It feels like the energy of the crowd, the energy of everybody back home in the U.S. just kind of lifts you up and you just get to compete. And it felt like I had infinite amount of energy. Thanks to Coach Bedard, I felt very well prepared for it, and I felt like my technique was very dialed in, and so I just got to enjoy the experience.
It's important for Casey to be inducted with athletes like Shelly, Sean, Becky, Stan, and Dan. He believes they created an atmosphere in which to excel.
You go into the weight room and you're around the basketball team that just won a big game the night before, and you feel that excitement. The football team getting ready for a bowl game, it's really exciting. Beyond having a good track team, beyond having good teams, in the other sports, the effect that it can have on everybody doing well is really profound.
Hammond out top on the
We honor those who made dreams come true for themselves and for every Ram fan they inspire.
Becky Hammond now at 14. She has made her last 2.
We celebrate their humble approach and their wild success as they join the ranks of Colorado State's finest. Their contributions and sacrifice light the way to our future.